Sorry about that, guys. I don't know how the broadcast ended there. It just kind of disappeared on us by accident. Let me get everybody back on here real quick. Let me get Greg's calling me. I'm sure it was about that. I don't know what happened there. But sorry about that. We're gonna finish out the time that we promised. I got to get everybody back in here. I don't know how that happened. That was crazy. Let me get Derek Brundle back in here. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I have no idea what went down there. We just got disconnected somehow, but we're back out on now. We're going to finish out for this last 22 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and send everybody that's posted fish today invite link. We'll see if we can get these other two guys back in here real fast. But yeah, so for at least a moment, you just got me. Sorry about that. Don't know how that happened. But we'll get these guys back in here. Mooney, what's up? Rob Richards, how you doing today, brother? Thanks for jumping on with us. Get in here real fast. Thanks, Uncle Ronnie. Appreciate it. There we go. We got Blake. Like I said, not 100% sure what happened there, but we got Blake back.
Oh my gosh, man. The other feed cut?
Yeah, it just cut off.
Derek Brundle just caught an 18 on a giant swim bait.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
No, I sat there and watched it. I thought we were live. I couldn't believe it. I was like, why did Marcus leave? I mean, he caught it big. Yeah, Brundle wants the invite, by the way.
I sent it to him too.
But yeah, man, he was throwing his spinner bait, and Mooney was like, "Hey, man, I hope you stick at 25 on the big swim bait." And he was like, "I'll keep throwing it." And he pulled out, threw it first cast, 18.
That's ridiculous,
man. Brundle is such a cool dude. Wealth of knowledge. Everybody that watched today and got to learn from Derek Brundle, enjoy that. I did, anyway.
Oh, 100%, dude.
What is going on with Skunk Master here? He's just spinning.
I don't know, but here's Derek.
I just got an 18 and a half.
I'm sorry, 18 and a half. I said it was an 18. Excuse me.
Blake says, "Oh, man, if you're throwing that swim bait," I said, "I'll pick it up and throw it. Why not?" First cast. Wham!
I was just telling him that Mooney was talking in the comments about, oh, man, hope he catches a big on that swim bait, and you picked it back up and just boom. 18 and a half. That was my own personal viewing. Welcome to DB's OF. $20 a month. Watch all the swim bait catches you want. It's amazing.
I wish I could just go around and throw a swim bait all the time.
Oh my gosh! Right.
It's funny because we were just talking about how every time you throw it out there, you feel like if you get a bite, it's gonna be a giant. You know what I mean?
Man, there is something so satisfying about swim bait fishing. I don't know what it is.
Only when you're catching fish.
Nah, man, all the time. It always feels like you can catch a big one. Always.
Yeah, dude. Anytime I got one tied on, it's like, okay, here comes a giant.
Yep. I mean, dude, don't even lie. You casually caught that 18. You were like, oh, nice, here we go. And you just boat flipped him and measured him. You're like, oh, cool, it's an 18. Because it's a swim bait fish. You thought he might be like a 20, 23 or something.
Be a 20 or better, you know?
Right. Derek Brundle, got a question for you from a Mr. John Mooney.
Okay.
He wants to know what size line are you throwing your swim bait on?
So I'm throwing this on 20-pound Sunline shooter fluorocarbon.
It's the Sunline what?
Shooter, the FC.
It's the shooter, okay.
Yep. 20 pounds.
Now, for those of y'all that don't use a lot of sunline, the sniper, assassin, and shooter all have different line diameters. I tried using assassin for a while here in Texas. Don't do it. The diameter is so small, you will break off every fish you set the hook on.
Yeah, it's
Trust
rough,
me.
dude.
It's not a good look.
Gotta either go with the shooter or the sniper.
I like the sniper a lot for drop shotting and clear
Yeah,
stuff.
oh, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate
All
the
right,
question, John.
All the links have been resent back out. There we go. I'll do this real quick.
Those of y'all watching, if y'all got questions, you got a wealth of knowledge on here in Derek Brundle. So,
Hey, Greg, can you hear us? No?
Marty Hughes, sniper is the bomb. My man, I agree. I use a sniper on all my leaders for wacky worm, drop shotting.
Is that
Danny,
a
get my man.
2-pound follower right there.
What's up, man?
And Danny, we're just and following your matchup today. How are you doing, brother?
I've had about everything that can go wrong today. So to still be able to
One of
be in
them
the
days.
match, dude, I bet you I've lost. Just either
Man,
the dang, getting the hooks in the frog, or I don't know. It's been a rough day.
Danny, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Well, it is what it is.
Man, that's frog fishing, though, right? I mean, it just goes that way sometimes, doesn't it?
It's just the way it is. But to have it all happen on the same day is kind of frustrating.
I understand, and I am sorry you're having to deal with that.
No, that's just part of it.
Yes, sir.
Like I said,
Understood.
I've probably had.
Hell yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, sorry, Danny. We've got a Will Brewer with a fish on,
All right.
Stay on,
and I
baby.
think it's a good one. Mark, can you make this screen bigger? No?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Let's see it, Will. Let's see it, baby.
The beast. It's the
Let's
beast.
see it.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Lord.
Will, did I hear you say 10-pounder?
No, I wish, man. It's not a 22-incher, but oh my God.
Will, that's a
Dude, he
great fish,
choked
man.
it. Oh,
Man, I can't believe how dark
Choked
that
us.
fish is. Oh, my gosh.
Oh my God, man. Danny, I'm sorry you're having a bad day, man. But I'm gonna tell you the truth, dude. Things weren't going my way earlier, and I promise you, I started talking.
I've got on them here lately, so I just upgraded with an 18. So my smallest fish is a 15 and a half right now.
Hey, Danny,
I
keep
see
grinding,
you,
man.
WB.
Will, great job getting that fish in the boat, man. Get it measured. Do the business.
Yeah, let me submit that. All right.
Yeah, you do the business. We'll catch you back here in a second.
Juice, I'm digging this leg tattoo, bro.
What's that?
I said I'm digging this leg tattoo, Juice.
Well, looks like I win, huh?
Oh man, whole list of fish just started coming through.
I still win.
Jim Levere just caught an upgrade. I didn't even see him catch it. He was an 18.5. By the way, we did find out what happened to the broadcast. Greg accidentally ended it on his phone.
Told you.
Derek Brundle called that from his and I's dead stream.
Sherman
Just me
Bishop
and Brundle
caught a
hanging
19
out.
inches.
Didn't I
was an
say that, Blake?
You absolutely said that. It was an absolute dream getting to hang out with Derek Brundle one-on-one for like 30 seconds. Wow.
Danny Gann with an 18.5. Danny, is that frog bite going to turn on in the last hour?
I'm telling you, there's something about this one little bank that I've been fishing. They ain't been in these sticks all day, and all of a sudden, in the heat of the day, they're in these sticks. I got a 16. I haven't submitted yet. I got, I think, maybe a half an inch more. Just wait to see what Jason puts up.
Accepted all the fish here. Let's see here. Let's give a quick. We're going to broadcast for another 11 minutes or so. Let's go ahead and give one last update before the leaderboards go down. You've got Charner Williams, 103.5 over Jared Brockleman's 89 inches. Also, Doug Wilson, 102 3/4 with Keelan Kyle 0. Rolando Nandon with big fish of the day, 23.5 inches, rounding out 100 1/4 inch bag over Daniel Glennie's 87.5 inches. Sean McQuinn, 98 1/4 over Silas Garrett's nada. Jason Starley, 97 inches over Skunkmaster Greg Nozar's nada. Jason Campbell, 89 3/4 inches over Doc Acosta's
51, right?
51.
Yeah.
Eric Brundle's 89 inches over Robert Richardson's 16 1/4. Jason Denise's 88 1/4 over Danny Gann's would be 84 1/4. John Fox, 87 3/4 over Jeremy Baker, 67.5. Jeremy's one big fish away from having a huge day, though, because that's going to give him a huge upgrade.
Yep.
Look, I thought I won already.
Jim Levere, 86 and thought you won already.
Yeah, is this not the tournament for catching the most fish in a day?
Rolando Nandon,
Rolando,
big fish slayer.
Hang out for a second because we got to get that story. Hold on just a second. I got to finish these updates.
Yeah. Can you see me all right?
James Levere.
Yeah, we can see you working
80,
it.
or however you say it, 86.5 over Joel Spears, 69.5. Matt Kasbarak's 85.5 over Dustin Arms, 40.5. Sherman Bishop, 85.5 over Mike Elrick's 33. Go back up here again. Justin Holly, 77.5 over Derek Miller's 0. Will Brewer, 73.5. That's going to change shortly over Bobby Big Gun's 58 3/4. Stephen Bell's 60.5 over Eric Nelson's 32.5, and Brad Kennan 28.5 over JR Maccabee 0. Now, with that being said, Rolando, talk to me.
What's going on, man?
You were on a dink fest.
Oh, I know.
And then out of the nowhere blue, here comes big fish of the day, 23.5 inches.
Yeah. Man, I was catching a bunch of little ones. Just kept moving, and then I started fishing points with the jerkbait, and started getting a little bit bigger fish actually, which was the opposite. I had a tournament yesterday, and that jerkbait yesterday, and I said, man, I'm not gonna do it again because I caught a bunch of little fish. Decided to throw it, and this time it actually worked.
Man.
Oh,
So you caught that 23.5 on a jerkbait?
No, actually, that one was on a on the Octafo OG6 crankbait.
Yeah, okay. I have some of those. The balsa wood crankbaits, for those of y'all that don't know.
Yeah, I decided to throw it. I marked some stuff on the graph, turned around. I think I made like 3 casts, and I thought I got stuck, and then I started in the pool, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a good one.
For anybody that's never caught a big fish, a 6+ pounder on a crankbait, what Rolando's talking about,
This is what they look
that
like.
crankbait just feels like it just stops. They don't normally like truck it. That crankbait just stops.
Yeah,
It just loads up, and you're like, oh, I'm hung. And you're like, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute.
that's a big one.
Big.
Man, that thing jumped
Yeah.
out of the water, and I was like, man, please have it choked. Please have it.
Right? Well, Rolando, it's just standard that we ask you here on the show. Are you a net guy? No net guy.
My
It's
what?
standard. Are
It's
you
standard.
a net guy?
Do you use a net? Do you not use a net?
I do not use a net.
Oh my
What?
God, these no net guys, man.
Yeah, I do. I carry one with me in the tournaments because just in case. But usually I try to boat flip them or I just grab them, flip them.
Does Jim Levere have a monster fish or something?
I couldn't tell if Jim Levere was so excited about his fish or about Rolando not using a net. It was like perfect timing.
Oh my good! I was like, what is going on here?
But
It was
I do use it, but it's not often that it's like, you know what? I'd have to say it's 50-50. It just depends because I've lost fish going for my net. So if I feel like I can just grab them, I just don't go for it.
Okay, so for the first time ever here on the show, I have found someone I identify with. Rolando Nandon and I, same way. If they start parachute mouth up towards the boat, I boat flip them. Always. I always have a net with me, but unless they have like one skin of a treble hook or something, I don't use it.
Yeah.
Guys, we have 16 bass over 20 inches today, and 3 bass 23 or bigger.
My gosh. My gosh.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Man, you should have seen the tournament yesterday, man. These guys that I was in. I didn't do so well. I mean, I had like 83 and a half, and I think 20 people in the field had over 90 inches.
Doug Wilson. Big bag Doug Wilson, by the way.
No, it was big bad Doug Wilson. Now it's second bag Doug Wilson,
No,
but huge,
I'm saying
huge bag Doug Wilson.
I'm saying he still has a big bag, not the biggest bag. Still a giant bag, man.
Doug was probably at home drinking sweet tea by lunch.
What do you say, Ric Flair? You agree?
Oh, his audio.
Yeah.
Oh, dog, dude.
Danny Gann just missed a tank, dude. I watched his whole rod.
That's twice you squirrel. That is a big fish.
I think I'm gonna go.
Yeah, guys, it's really sketchy out here service-wise. But yeah, no, it was on fire.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna go flip.
About 10 o'clock. I mean, it burned up. Big fish.
Oh.
I think that's froze up, Mark. Yeah.
I don't think that's the same fish, Marcus.
Say what?
I don't think that's the same fish. I think that big fish is still up there.
Oh, okay.
But will that upgrade you? It looks good.
Oh, yeah. That's an upgrade.
My man.
We got a full house.
I'm telling you, I love it.
Only let you bring 10 people on. We got a full 10 people just Holly connecting now.
Marcus.
Here you go, Danny. I'm going to let everybody see your fish real quick. Show everybody your fish real quick, Danny.
What do you get there?
Looks
like a 17.
17.75.
I'm a short ball, and I'm gonna go 16 3/4.
No, it's
Let me take
17.75.
a picture and measure real quick.
18.
See, my man DB says 18. I said 17.75, so you know that's where it's at. Holly on that spin right round life. I don't know if that's going.
I've got 2 Justin Hollies in here. Let me try adding this Justin Holly. Justin Holly just keeps joining with different things.
My man.
He wants all the spots. There's 10 spots. He wants 9.
Take them. You gotta be greedy in this tournament. What you got, man?
Not
That's
yet.
good.
Eric Nelson just posted another fish, 13.28.
Mark, we got 1 minute left. Anything you want to say?
We might go on a little bit further. Give me a second
My man, I like it.
till I get clarification.
Jeremy Baker with the fish. Looks like it not gonna.
That's my 97th 12-inch fish today. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right, so I'm going to announce this with promises that that I'm not jinxing him. Silas Garrett does not have good service, but Silas Garrett does have a bag over 90 inches with 216 still on the board. It is going to be a race to see who takes that matchup with Sean McQuinn at 98 1/4 and Silas Garrett still having 2 hours on the water. That is your last score update.
Man, I told you Silas wouldn't upload. Told you. Like we both know we fished against him, Mark. I mean, you know how he is.
He can't come out at all.
He can. Like if seeing the score put up that McQuinn did, there's a lot of guys I'd be like, it's insurmountable. But 98.25 for Silas, man, he could do it. He could. That's a huge number though. 98.25 is no joke.
One more cast.
17 3/4.
My man, 17 3/4 on the money.
It was 17 and a half, close enough.
Okay, I was still closest.
All right.
Sorry, Derek.
From here,
Sorry,
from
Captain
here on
Flatback.
out, at least until I end it,
Oh, come on.
no more going over fish catch inches.
Yep, no more.
At least until I end it.
Todd Patrick, what Brundle got? Todd, I can't talk about fish inches anymore. Mark just said no more. I'm sure you can probably PM or DM, whatever you call it, Marcus, and he would tell you though. Craig Knight says Silas put up 106 or 107 in KBT before. Yeah, Craig, for sure. If Silas and some of the Todd says I can. Todd says I can. Mark, can I do that?
What?
He wants me to say what Brundle has, but you just said no more fish inches. So can I say what Brundle has or not?
All we can say is before the leaderboard went down, Brundle had 89 inches.
Okay, there you go. Sorry, Todd. I'm still learning. Craig, for sure Silas has put up that, but he hasn't been on his preferred, area all day. So we'll just have to see what Silas can do. Silas definitely can do that. Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see Clifton in another KBT tournament. That was entertaining. I think Joel Spear took out old Clifton. Yeah, sorry, Todd. Learning.
Can you hear me, Danny? Danny, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, until I was rudely interrupted by emotions, what I was gonna say was, hey, I was having a bad day, man, and honestly, I just started thanking God for giving me the opportunity to come out and fish. on such a beautiful day and just having the ability to. And man, my whole day turned completely around. Dude, no jokes aside, I just been talking to him all day long out here, and man, it's been working for me, man.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Will, man, powerful testimony. Thank you for sharing that. It's great.
Yeah, what works for me, you know?
Man, that's great. And I'm glad that that's been good to you, man. That's all good. You know, I think me and a lot of guys all have utmost faith in most of y'all fishing this tournament, man. I mean, y'all are here for a reason. We all know y'all can stick big bags, and like I experienced yesterday, you can only catch the fish that bite.
That's right.
And I just hope all y'all, when you get the chance to put them in the boat, you do it. And that's all you can hope for. No reason to be upset if you just don't get big bites.
Yep, just got to fish clean.
That's right. That's right. You fish clean, you'll give yourself opportunities. I am a firm believer in that. For anybody out there fishing tournaments, wanting to get in this tournament, you fish clean, man, you'll give yourself a chance. People are going to stumble. People have
All
bad
right,
days.
real fast. I know you're talking, but I got to make sure I say this.
No, go ahead.
Any fish caught from this point on, we'll go ahead and run the show because we got all you guys on. But any fish caught at this point, do your best. I mean, you can be excited about them and whatnot, but do your best to keep them out of the camera as possible, and don't talk about links on camera, standings or down. Feel free to stay on and talk. If it's not an absolute monster, go ahead and share it. You know, like show it, but try to keep links out of the broadcast if you wouldn't mind.
I have closed Tourney X. I am not.
Yeah, Tourney X is done.
I just meant I'm not commenting on where everyone stood, anything. We can talk about fish that are caught and what we think they might measure.
Absolutely.
Marcus, or I'm not.
And you guys can stay on as long as you want, and you can fish just like normal. Just don't talk about the size of the fish you catch as you're catching them.
Man, Todd Patrick with a great point here. He beat Polenz with 86.5. Today, Polenz put up 97.
Given day, man.
So for you guys out there in your matchups, keep grinding, man. It doesn't matter who you're up against. Just keep grinding. Keep grinding. Will, are you okay, man?
Yeah, man. I'm heading over to my next spot.
Oh, you're troll motoring. I thought you were sitting there like pouting. I was like, oh no, something happened. He's upset.
No, it's the stability of the old town. You can't see the vibrations.
I like that plug, and just to keep it going with some Will love, Scott Hollinger. I hope I'm saying that right. Will the Beast, you go, man. Got some love in the chat, Will.
That's right. Appreciate it. Everyone that's watching, everyone that's rooting, man, I truly appreciate it. I probably don't tell enough to everybody, but I appreciate it. I really do. Kind of goes for a lot of the newer anglers that are even thinking about trying KBBT. Last year was my rookie season for kayak fishing, period. And no one noticed me, until after KBBT. So there's a lot of opportunities, even for young anglers that are trying to get into the sport. So if you're thinking about it, just do it. You're going to become.
Will, talk about what it.
Angler.
I mean, Will, that's great. That like you started so new, but like really talk about like with the success you've had though, like your mindset going into that. Because here in Texas, like I really want to get people into kayak fishing, but they feel like they're at such a disadvantage or a huge hurdle to overcome from the guys that have been doing it 5 or 6 years. So if you could touch on that, that'd be great.
Yeah, man. The kayak community itself is it's such a friendly community, man. For the most part, I'm not gonna say everybody, but for the most part, everyone wants to share and help each other out. I mean, I don't know how many times I've texted Derek and asked him about different techniques and things like that, what he uses.
Right.
Robert Brown, Jeremy Baker and I talk a lot. I mean, dude, just the amount of people that are willing to share information and teach you how to kayak fish and give you proper information, not whether they're sponsored by a certain company or a certain kayak company or whichever, they're going to give you honest information because most people by now kind of know what questions to ask a newer angler and stuff like that, and just picking out kayaks. But just learning itself, techniques and what works for them, man. Just the community itself is just so friendly.
I from getting into it last year, I had not bass fished a lot. I had not kayak fished a lot. The kayak community is amazing. If you're looking for a place to get plugged in or people in your area, KBBT is great because it is a nationwide tournament. If you're looking for someone local in your area to, get hooked up with or get some knowledge on kayak fishing, KBBT is a great source for that. If you're in Texas, please feel free to message me. I will try to get you hooked up best I can. But we have guys in Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Kansas, Iowa, New York, all over the place, Massachusetts. There are guys in this tournament from all over the nation, and we'd love nothing more than to get you comfortable and into the sport that we love so much. Thank you for that, Will. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. No problem.
Jeremy Baker, Mr. Broadcaster Extraordinaire. Question 1 I have for you is, did you have too much fun at the wedding last night?
Yes, dude. I felt it from about 3:30 this morning till currently.
Yes, sir.
I am struggling.
I love that. Thank you for being honest.
God.
Oh, and Todd Patrick, to answer your question at this point, dude, I don't know. I couldn't answer your question. I don't remember.
Small fish, guys. That's it.
Okay, Rolando, don't spoil us now. We know you had some big fish, but if you're just going to dump a fish over the side of the kayak like that, you're not building a lot of drama. At least long arm it for us.
If it's not going to help me, I can show it on camera then?
I don't.
Man, look, I'm not opposed to you showing a fish to the camera. Just don't talk about how long it is.
Yeah, I want to make sure that was okay, but
I'm not opposed to it. It's just we're trying to build suspense as much as possible for this. So, I'm not opposed to it. I appreciate you being on here fishing, and I'm not going to stop you from doing it. So that's the whole reason we're going to keep the show running. Just, don't kill us.
I catch a 10-pounder, though. It's going to be hard not to watch.
Well,
If
Rolando, when you've been catching those
fish,
when he's been catching those 10 inchers that he's been on all day, just make sure you long arm to the camera.
Yeah.
Dennis Robinson said that fish didn't look that small. Okay, Dennis. Well, it was because he chunked it overboard.
hey,
It was
Derek,
an 8-incher.
Tell us about the rod you're using.
What's that, Marcus?
God.
Tell us about the rod you're using.
This particular rod is a Crotalus Customs. It's mag heavy. This one is made just for me. You know how I do it, but yeah, man, this is incredible product. The whole boat's full of them, but Rob Richards. Everybody knows Rob Richards, master rod builder. Decided he was going to do his own thing, and he's gone out and he's opened his own business called Crotalus Custom Rods, and just pumping out the quality. I mean, that's what it's all about. quality. I mean, if any of you have ever held a rod that Rod has built, is by far one of the nicest rods you've ever held. I guarantee you that. And like I said, there's a whole series. We got a pile of different rods. If you guys are interested in any of the Crotalus customs, hit me up. Hit up Rob. We'll set you up. We'll get you exactly what you want. Again, incredible product from an incredible guy, veteran-owned company. Solid, coming straight out of Texas.
Right on, right on.
Man, they withstand a beating. You've seen them all day, boat flipping fish. I know you guys weren't on. I was on with Blake a little while ago, and I boat flipped an 18.5 on the big swim bait. Our website will be up here shortly for the rods. In the meantime, like I said, if you're interested in some of the rods, ask some of our guys. We got, Adam Patrone, Bobby Big Guns throwing them, Conant's throwing them. Yours truly, Rob Richards, of course, is throwing them.
I got me a couple myself.
Jamie Broad, I think one specific bearded, how did we put it? Finely tuned bearded broadcaster has thrown a couple of them himself. So, ask some of us. I mean, a good rod, good equipment is worth its weight in gold.
I had a guy at a show one time tell me, if you just spent quality money on one setup a year, it's well worth it because it's going to last forever. Instead of just keep buying cheap, just buy quality once a year. If you can't afford to get everything all at one time, it's the best way to talk to my wife and to let me get a bunch of gear.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. JB is back in the house. You got all disconnecty on us for a second there.
I said a perch come up and swipe at the big swim bait.
Talk about different conditions from the East Coast to Central area.
Man, today, at least from the broadcaster's point of view, what a show you guys have been putting on. I hope y'all don't let off the pedal going forward. We still going to be here a minute watching these guys fish. But if you got someone that's in it you're rooting for, guys, keep it going. They need that support as a angler out on the water mentally. Gets late in the day, getting those we're pulling for you text. All that stuff is huge. I love that stuff, at least. You know, a lot of the KBT family here. I mean, when I fished the live event yesterday, would send me texts, and man, I appreciate that so much. And these guys do as well. I know they do. So if y'all are still watching and you got someone out there, let them know. Keep grinding. I mean, a lot of these guys are one big bite away, and it can happen. If you're feeling good about your matchup, feel good about it, but don't stop grinding because you might need even those half-inch upgrades. We had so many decisions yesterday that were all 5-fish limits, man. I mean, getting those extra inches really matters.
Hey, what time is it?
It is 3:48 Eastern Time, 2:48 Central Time. Have a question here from Dennis Robinson that asking, did Will Brewer stay on the same lake all day? Will Brewer has now left the chat. We will never know the answer to that, Dennis. It is a mystery. We can put it away. We'll get Mythbusters on it immediately. Welcome, Jason. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up?
Talk to me, Campbell. How's the rest of your day been going?
Caught a lot of fish, just not the right ones.
Don't tell me inches. We're not allowed to talk about that right now. But just, so you caught fish. That's great.
Oh, yeah. Caught several.
That's good.
Oh,
DB's hooked up?
I lost
Never
him.
mind.
Came
Okay.
off on the swim bait. Didn't get it good enough.
Yeah, for anybody on here right now, please catch fish. If you need to get excited about your fish, get excited, but do not talk inches. Don't say, I think I have a 20. Don't say any of that. We'd like to build the drama and suspense as much as we can. Not suspension. Good Lord. Robert just said, I still have a chance against Marquez. Oh, that's so good. Love that. Rob, man, how you doing, buddy? Heck of an effort you put up yesterday.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Sorry. Dennis said he laughed. I think he did. I don't know if he did or not, Dennis. I really don't. But whatever decisions Will Brewer made today, we'll see what Bobby does. I know Bobby can put up 5. I think he will keep grinding. And if Bobby or Will goes down, they both laid it out there today, and I respect them both immensely for that. Rob Richards, I tried. Yeah, man. We know you did. We know you did. Rob, you doing good today, man? I'm interested to see what kayak circuit you're gonna fish, or if you're just KBT, or what you're gonna do. Here in Texas as well, so interested. Man, look at Jason Campbell still and Rolando Nandon, sorry. Please, still paddling, kicking strong after they've been doing it all day. 10 hours, ladies and gentlemen, of grinding. And that's not even when they can launch. If you want a partner in spin class, you got 2 of them. They're ready.
Yeah, that's when Marcus calls me
Might
T-Rex.
want to turn off. I got to measure a fish. I can get this thing in.
Sure, man. Go. I can't turn your camera off for you. I'm sorry. I don't have those administrative privileges. So if you need to, just you can just get down the boat.
I got you, bro.
Perfect. Okay, there we go. Sorry, Rolando. I apologize for that. Rob Richards, I fished 2 KBF, headed to Candlewood to fish KBF, and headed to Clear Lake for KBF. Rob Richards, that's awesome, man. I hope you do well in those. I know you came for the basketball world, so I know you got a ton of knowledge, man, and I hope you start converting that into some kayak victories. John Fox says he's tired. John, I'm not sure what you're tired from, man. You were just out there fishing 10 hours. Like, come on. Throwing a frog, having fun. Nah, John, I'm totally kidding. I know you fished hard today, but you had a lot of support here in the chat all day. It's amazing to see that. And man, I haven't got to talk to you a whole lot. Got to talk to you a little bit today. Man, what a great guy, John Fox. Love that guy. Really hope he does well. Oh, Dennis, I know, man. Nando was trying so hard not to get that fish on camera, and we appreciate that. Like, thank you for having a bit of discretion. I'm sure it wouldn't have helped his cause, though, you know. I mean, being at 118 or whatever he's at right now. I mean, he ain't no Derek Brundle 158, but he's close. For a best 5 pike, chain pickerel. Sorry.
Oh,
What up, Campbell?
I caught my first offshore fish today, like super deep water. I was so tickled.
Man, how deep we talking?
Oh,
It's
on the big.
Well, deep,
Oh, dude.
it's deep to me. 16 foot.
That thing ate an 8-inch mag draft.
That is a new canoe right there. Blake Power now buying 2 new canoes. I don't know if he said 1 per fish or not, but he didn't. Campbell, I hear you on that, man. When I catch a fish over 10 feet of water in Texas, I think I'm fishing offshore, deep, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, it's really not. People laugh at that, but I've been trying ever since I got this hummingbird. And this is the first time I ever did it.
Man, congrats. And like there's nothing to laugh about at that. So many people have these great, big, expensive units and they never try to learn them. So the fact you're doing that is great. Like, that's so good. It's only going to make you a better fisherman.
I didn't even hit the bank today at all.
That one was longer than the catch board.
Derek, you're the chain pickerel god. I don't know what to tell you. Swim bait, jerk bait, don't matter. DB's got you on chain pickerel.
Dude, he smoked that thing, too.
Yeah, he did. I wish we could see the teeth marks in it because I'm sure you got some now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a great color mag draft, by the way. For anybody out there that wants to get into it and you're looking to buy a color, that's the color.
Whiteback shad.
Whiteback shad, yes, sir. It's also the most sold out on
Yeah,
most
they're tough
websites.
to get. They're tough
They
to
are.
get.
They are. Campbell, man, I'm proud of you, buddy. I know you've been working really hard at that offshore game. I mean, I talk to you fairly regularly, and I know you've been trying to add that to your game. I know you're great at flipping and punching, and just you add a little offshore element to your game is just outstanding.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
Well, you ain't got to appreciate it, homie. Like, you're the one working hard at it. I'm just sitting here drinking beer, talking about it. That's easy for me.
I'm about ready for a drink myself.
Oh, boy, you come on to my house, get some of that devil juice, I'm telling you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Steve O'Brien says, Derek caught about 342.5 inches of perch today. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. And about 600 inches of pickerel. Yes, sir. That's right. Rob Richards, I had 2 live 16s in my Skeeter. Way overkill, in my opinion. Yeah, you're probably right. Man, for those of y'all that have stuck around on the broadcast today, thank y'all so much. This has been so much fun for me. John Fox says it's Spirit 30. John, you way behind, man. I don't know what took you so long. I've been here. I'm ready. But 8 minute is, and John, you've absolutely earned it. You killed it today, man. So entertaining on camera. When you were on camera, you did the business. That was great, man. Thank you. My man JB, Mr. Jeremy Baker, did the absolute work yesterday on the broadcast.
Look, I was trying to channel my inner Blake Knight /
Oh my God!
Dale.
Please, Marcus and I were shaking in our boots for our jobs. I thought we were going to be fired.
Look, I can promise you one thing. You do not have to worry about losing your job to me. Y'all see this? This
Yes,
is
sir.
What it's all day long. This is all I've got.
Hey, Jeremy, I knew you were on fish. but we didn't know the size. And you have been on fish.
Jesus.
Like, look,
I mean, this is probably number 40 for real. All my big fish have gone. I don't know where they're at.
man, keep grinding. You got time. You got time.
Oh, I am. I'll be out here till 4:35.
Yes, sir. Amen. For y'all, for all those watching that haven't got to meet Jared Baker, one of the nicest, just down to earth, coolest guys you'll ever meet, man. Had the pleasure of staying with him at Fort. Talked a lot of fishing. Him and his wife are both incredible people. Really nice guys. Love them to death.
Oh,
Only
yeah,
met at one
right.
time, and I feel that way. I have the pleasure of living next to Jason Campbell, so obviously I'm a little biased, but love that dude to death as well. And Derek, I mean, I've only got to hang out with you all day, but you seem all right. I think we'll welcome you in Texas if you ever move here.
Dude, I'll just be returning.
As long as you drop that perch stuff, you know.
Love you too,
I'll
homie.
open a guide service.
Oh man, I would sign up for your guide lessons on going out and throwing a big swim bait all day, man. I'd pay for that, no doubt. Especially on Fork, man. They're about to get on that big swim bait bite, and ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah, it would.
That would be a lot of fun.
Oh, you get worn out throwing that thing all day.
I'm telling you, man, it's why I can't throw an A-rig. I throw it about 50 times, and I'm about done. Which is weird, because, like, I can flip and punch all day throwing that 1 ounce weight.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I mean, it's just because these, like, massive traps I have. I mean, anybody that's met me knows, like, I am just absolutely jacked. I mean, Campbell is, like, he's a little frightened by how huge I am.
I am.
Man, Campbell, I gotta talk a little bit about this though. Man, I got to, like, I met you last year randomly on a lake in North Texas, a lake you fish a lot. I had rarely ever fished. Man, you talked to me, chatted me up, we had a nice little conversation, and then next thing I know, this guy I met at a lake is on KBBT, and he is just clapping. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, tell my wife, that's the guy I met. He was so nice. And then he's a KBBT champion. Man, what a great, cool guy for that to happen to, man. Jason, just your growth in fishing, like, since I've got to know you, man, it's been incredible.
Appreciate it.
Incredible.
Thank you. Yeah,
I mean, but you're taking lessons from Derek Miller, Jim Levere on the offshore stuff. You were already good at the inshore, like, you know, flipping, pitching, that kind of stuff. You're a sponge, man.
yeah.
You feel like the more and more you keep doing this, just like how good were you feeling this morning?
How good was I feeling this morning?
Yeah, man. You're going against
dude,
Doc
bro.
Acosta, a straight hammer.
I didn't even been to bed yet.
My man. But listen to Eminem all night.
I
Getting
was.
jacked.
Amped up, baby.
John Mooney showing his support for my man, Scoop.
Big moon.
Big Moon, man. What a great dude.
Oh yeah. You know, you hang around a lot of these people, you can take bits and pieces from everybody
Mm-hmm.
and make it into your own thing. And, you know, for a long time, all I threw was just a Texas rig and a Cinco. You know, just out like everybody else in Texas. And then, of course, the chatterbaits, thunder crickets, whatnot,
Right.
jackhammers. I mean, and, you know, and then when I got into KBBT and hanging around all these other guys and talking, and, you know, sometimes if you want to catch fish, it ain't gonna be on the rage crawl. You know.
Hey, to be fair though about that, Jason, I will tell you, out of most of the tournaments I fish, if you're catching a check, you're throwing plastics.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I mean, isn't that crazy though? All these hard baits we paid $25 for, like me and Derek Brundle up here buying all these Megabass stuff.
Yeah.
And Derek Brundle caught a giant on a Megabass jerkbait today. Not sponsored, by the way. Megabass, if you want to sponsor Derek Brundle, go ahead. But
And that,
you know, we invest all these money into jackhammers and crankbaits and jerkbaits, all this stuff, buzzbaits, all this stuff. But how often are tournaments won on a $3 Senko? All these plastics. I mean, it's crazy.
Fact. Yep.
And that's just fact.
up until a few months ago, it was the first time I ever threw a jerkbait in my whole life. It was on Lake Wells.
Yep.
Had caught 104 inches in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was there that day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You don't got flex on me. It's okay. I know you smoked me.
Well, it wasn't for that time.
It's fine. I accept it.
I was just as shocked as you were.
No, man, you did great. I mean, that's awesome. I love seeing that stuff. I think it's. I grew up here in Texas, bass fishing, throwing a spinnerbait and a topwater, and I thought that was bass fishing, man. I really did. And last year when I started bass fishing, man, I got learned real quick. And I think if I had done that in a bass boat community, I don't know where I'd be. But kayaking guys have been so good to share knowledge and techniques and all that stuff. So seeing the growth you've undergone in the past year, man, it's been just incredible.
Yeah, really.
Conrad wants to know Derek Miller inches. Conrad, the last I saw when the leaderboard went down, I don't think Derek Miller had submitted a fish. I can't officially say that. Don't hold me to it, but I don't think DM had submitted a fish to the board. I don't know if he's sandbagging or anything like that. Jeremy Baker with another absolute tank. Jeremy, please don't hold up the camera. We don't want to know about how big that one is. If it went through the
measured
hole,
himself. Look, this one measured himself. Pat, come here.
Conrad, when the board went down, I think it was 35 minutes ago. Yeah, Steven, we can't talk stats. Mooney says, I found your jackhammer yesterday, Soup. You and I don't throw the white chartreuse. It's yours and it's mint. Oh, he said he doesn't know that he doesn't throw the white and chartreuse. So if you want that. Hey, Mooney, I also don't love the white and chartreuse chatterbait. I know that's a huge deal here in Texas, but that's not one of my favorites, man. I don't love that one.
That's what I won KVBT on.
Okay, Jason, you didn't have to flex on me that hard, but I understand.
No, I mean, I'm serious.
No, it's fine. I mean,
I had all these rod and reels, and I was using the one with that white and chartreuse chatterbait with the white.
DB's hooked up and not hooked up. Was that a pickerel?
Yep, pickerel.
Okay. Jason, I think it's a great color combo, and I know it works. I mean, I know guys that throw a jackhammer and they throw black and blue and white and chartreuse. If it's cloudy and dark, they throw black blue. If it's sunny, they throw white and chartreuse. And I love that. He's hooked up. DB hooked up.
It is a bass, so I'm not.
It is a bass. Derek, of course, as we're under here, like if you could not show us the size, that'd be great. But Jason, man, I actually like this color, and I guess I'm leaking a little bit of sauce here, but happy to share with y'all. I actually like this color called Bee Height Delight. It's green pumpkin, chartreuse, white silver.
That's a good color.
And when you are fishing behind people, you know how Texas is. Everybody throws white chartreuse.
Yeah.
When you are fishing behind people with a jackhammer, that color does really well. Anybody out there is fishing behind people throwing that white chartreuse, that Bee Height Delight color is a underrated. It's a more natural color. It's not probably the attractor for those fish that want to eat, but for those ones that, are pressured, see a lot of jackhammers, see a lot of colors, That's a good color.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
It really is. I've only seen it a couple times. Where do you get it off, like Tackle Warehouse or something?
I've ordered from there. I've got some at Bass Pro, but I'm amazed at people I go fishing with that I start throwing it, and they're like, "Why are you throwing that?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not throwing white chartreuse." And they're like, "Yeah,
Is it-
but it's white chartreuse." And I'll go behind them and catch fish. Got to fish Athens with a buddy and stuck a 5.8 on that color right behind him. And he went out there next weekend throwing that color and stuck 27 pounds out of a kayak. So, like, trust me, it works. Rob Richards says it's his old color from Phoenix. It used to be deadly on the Potomac.
So,
Yeah,
hey,
Rob,
quiet down, Rob. Quiet down. No Potomac secrets, bro. Quiet down.
Derek, I'm sitting here sharing the juice with the people. For all those people that thought white and chartreuse was the only color, you now have a solid backup.
Oh, good lord.
Mooney and I actually fished a live event, and some people were throwing white chartreuse, and I actually caught all of mine on the Be Height Delight.
That's a great color, man. I mean, you're talking about, you know, the dude that designed the whole thing, and he got his own color. It's gonna be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't name a color after yourself if it sucks, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, not to mention you can't even throw a jackhammer without Brett Height.
I mean, from you guys, I mean, you guys are all fishing the national championship. You're all three very accomplished anglers. The best trailer on a chatterbait, whether it's a Thunder Cricket jackhammer, custom, Eford Outdoors chatterbaits they make. I know Greg Nozar is a big fan of those. Heard great things about them. What are you guys throwing on your trailer?
Now, I'll tell you what, I only use 2 trailers.
Okay.
Well, that's a lie. I use 3 trailers. Oh, man. What am I doing wrong? Oh, it's a pickerel anyways. Ah, you lost it, jerk. Anyways, yeah, so, dude, an X-Zone Adrenaline Craw is
Okay.
an incredible jackhammer trailer. Another good one is a Zoom Z-Craw, but I like the Z-Craw Junior. And then I use a X-Zone, like a 3.5-inch swammer, just this, you know, swim bait style.
Right. What about you, Jeremy?
I stick to a lot of what he said. The Zoom Z calls. Those are probably my favorite. But I mean, I've never used the X Zone either. So, you know, I got about every
The
color you
X-Zone will
can
give you
want in
just
it.
a little bit more vibration.
Oh,
Really?
I ain't asking you to comment on Derek's picks. I just want to know what you would throw. I mean, just
There he is.
That's all. Get him. Don't show it to the camera if you can.
Well, it's a little. I mean, it's another little one, but he
Mega
smoked
Bass
it like it
Stripes
was a
again?
big one.
If it would help you, don't show me.
I'll have to see if it'll help.
Yeah.
I'll try to
Marty
avoid-
Hughes is a Z-Man Razor Shed. Marty Hughes, that is about all I use. Amazing trailer for durability. The vibration matches the speed you are rotating the blade at, which I love. Marty Hughes, absolutely agree. Campbell, what about you, man?
I like this Berkeley. It's made by Berkeley. It's called the Deal.
The Deal, okay?
Kind of like a Dominican shad. And it's got tail that split tail like this.
Yeah.
You just dip. Hey, what I normally do is I'll dip it in that spike it and chartreuse.
Yeah.
That's one I predominantly use. I got them in white, black, blue, green pumpkin.
It's a Berkeley the Deal. I'm a Z-Man Razor Shed guy. Derek is on some X-Zone trailers. Jeremy Baker on some crawl trailers. I personally find the crawl trailers will make that chatterbait ride higher in the water column. So if you're fishing some real shallow grass, maybe something to consider.
Here's the trick to that. Take that trailer and you turn it so it's vertical and not horizontal, and it'll run straight behind, and the legs will kick this way instead of this way.
I do that on my swim jigs with a Strike King Rage Menace. Do the same thing. Rob Richards says a double-tailed grub when they're on bluegill. A swim Senko any other time. Rob Richards on that Greg Blanchard live thinks the swim Senko is god tier. Rob, I ain't saying you're wrong. Greg Blanchard's won a lot of money here kayak fishing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, guys, we do have to wrap this up here because we got to take time to prepare for the captain's meeting tonight and the award ceremony, because we're going to do it a little bit earlier than we normally do. We're actually going to run the captain's meeting here in about 3. Well, actually, no. Derek Brundle's only got 15 more minutes, so we'll go ahead and let it run for the next 15. We'll cut it off at 4:30 Eastern time, and that'll give us about 2.5 hours. We're going to try to run the broadcast about 6 o'clock Central time, between 6 and 6:30. But we'll go ahead and let the show run for about another 15 minutes, and then call it a day.
Is that what it is? 4:15 right now?
Yep.
Word.
John Fox says a crawl trailer gives a smaller profile, in my opinion. Yeah, John, that's an interesting point. It's like maybe a smaller profile as compared to a traditional swim bait. But like Marty said, that Z-Man Razor Shad, that is actually a pretty small profile tail. Puts off not as much vibration as a crawl. Matches that blade speed. So I love that chatterbait in cold water, especially. That Z-Man Razor Shad is money. But I do like that opinion about a crawl trailer.
You know, hey, you know what another nice trailer is? It's actually a spinnerbait trailer. It's a Zoom split tail.
Yep.
Yeah.
That thing
I
gets
use
to
those a
kicking
lot,
behind
too.
there. It's like crazy legs.
Yep. Yep. Anything that will match the speed of the blade is a great option, in my opinion. The split tails, even a fluke, because that tail will kick as hard as the blade churns. So if you're humming it, that tail will kick. If you're crawling it, it'll barely wiggle. So
Another thing you can do is take the skirt right off that chatterbait and take any swim bait. Oh my goodness! They're just knocking the fire out of this thing.
That's a fish catching dude, man.
DB hooked up.
Y'all don't look.
And y'all can take that secret sauce that DP just gave you there. Taking the skirt off, throwing a swim bait behind it.
Hey, I learned
That is
that
some
from
secret sauce, man.
I learned that from Russ Snyder's. That dude will take a swim bait, take the skirt off, and then cut the tail off the swim bait. So it's almost
Yeah,
like
so what he's talking about is on those paddle tail swim baits.
Yep.
They have like the big flat tail. So up where like the point goes up against it, cut the tail off. And a lot of guys do that on chatterbaits in general because it makes it kick to the speed of the blade. And it doesn't have resistance to have like water resistance moving against it. So yeah, little tip for you guys out there. Craig Knight said, I used all my flukes as trailers. Craig, man, I don't disagree with that, man. The fluke will match the speed of the... It's like John Mooney says, shh. Hey, Mooney, you know, man, we're here to educate. And when you get DB Jason Campbell, a KBT champion, and the people of the man, Jeremy Baker online, you gotta get some knowledge from these guys, man. I mean, you got 3 sticks in 3 different areas. Like, I'm trying to get learned. I'm broadcasting this stuff, but I need to know. Starley says his best chatterbait day was using the back half of a 6-inch Zoom Lizard as a trailer. I use a paddle tail rig and upside down on chatter. Starley, that's a great point on the paddle tail. I don't know why it is, but if you will turn it upside down on chatterbait, the tail won't grab the water that's blocked off from the blade, so it'll actually kick much faster than it would otherwise. Great point. And an awesome tip. I mean, take it from the guy who caught 97 inches a day, not from me that's just sitting here at my computer.
Oh, did you guys see that? That osprey just nailed the fish right there. Oh, he dropped it.
I could not see that, but
Yeah.
been to Rayburn a couple times. Love seeing that.
That's pretty neat.
John Fox uses a chigger crawl as his trailer. I think that I don't remember what a chigger crawl. I don't remember who makes that.
A Berkeley bait. Oh, look at-
Berkeley, I think. Yeah.
I'm gonna turn this so you guys can see. He's just.
Yeah, please do.
I don't know if you can see him now. He just picked up another fish and took off.
I was like, that is a beautiful mountain and sky. Thank you, Derek Brundle. Starley said he watched the Osprey catch more fish than him today. They don't mess around. And the matchup of Jason Starley versus the Osprey put up 112, and Starley only 97. I'm sorry, Jason, you're going home. You won't be eating steak at the 8 House. It's actually the Osprey. If you want to challenge any of their fish, go ahead, but they weren't mouth closed. But John Mooney says it's probably pickerel. He didn't want that thing either. Mooney, you're probably right about that. Absolutely probably right about that.
How much time I got, Marcus?
It's 4:20 your time. So
I got 10 minutes. Come on, Mr. Big. 10 minutes.
10 minutes at 4:30 is your get out time.
Come
Happy
on,
to-
Mr. Big.
Happy to give you guys time updates as needed. John Mooney predicts a 25-incher for DB.
Come on, Mr. Big.
Mooney, if you had said that about anybody else, I would gladly take that bet. But I'm not going to bet against DB throwing that big swim bait, man. Scary stuff.
They're banging it right now, too.
I know they are. See that. Starley
That last one hit
says,
it so hard.
boy, we saw it. It knocked the rod, and it looked like it came back and got it. But we're not going to talk about that fish because it may have been big or not. Starley said there's literally an osprey on each side of him. Wonder which one dives on the fish first. Well, Starley, there's no fish to dive on when you've caught them all. I'm not sure what you're worried about. Starley just hit Greg's PB spot near the ramp. Didn't find a bass or a solar phone charger. I lost when I filmed him. Starley, I'm sorry I didn't find the phone charger more than the fish. I think you have more than enough fish today. At least last time the leaderboard was on, you have absolutely clopped him. Man, just an amazing day, Starley. Like, congrats on your day. Whether you win or lose, you went out and did the business. Absolutely. Should be very, very, very proud of the day you had. Campbell, man, it looks like you've been on here kicking for like 95% of the time. Are you just moving and graphing, or like what are you doing?
Well, I went to a spot and I was fixed. I made one cast, caught one little dink, and then the family with some kids showed up, so I turned around and left.
Okay.
They're fishing off the bank,
Okay.
off some rocks.
Understood.
So I had to pull up ship and leave.
Understood. Jeremy, what about you? Like, you've caught a ton of fish today, man. You've been flipping wood, flipping a jig. What are you doing?
Well, everything. When I fished here Friday, everything came on either grass or rocks. And
Sure.
here this morning, and it's completely different. Now everything today is on wood, but everything that's on wood is just super small. Like there's no size to them. So I went out and fished some main lake points, secondary points, stuff like that. Haven't found any fish bedding. It's just been one of those days. I've been fishing some brush piles here and there, and just I really can't find any size. Like all the fish that we were looking into the other day are just not here no more. And I mean, I've been all over. I've probably been, I don't know, 6 or 8 miles. I'm back up a little creek channel now, and it's just, I don't know. They're not in the grass. They're not anywhere else but on the structure now, the wood, and nothing. And the only thing I'm really catching them on is just a green pumpkin crawl, just Texas rig. I had a few bites. This morning on a smaller swim bait, but that's kind of died off. Like and it was out there on the points, like nothing on the structure or wood or anything, just a little 3.5 inch swim bait, and had caught I think 2 or 3 off of it, and then that's gone now.
Well, Jerry, from those of us that know you, I know you have grinded all day for those fish. I mean,
oh yeah,
so many of us would not have put our faith in you to upset this matchup without knowing the kind of grinder you are and the homework that you do. I mean, you got sponsors you represent. I know you go so hard on that for them. And man, just if you guys want to learn about what it is to be a just grinder and work through it and work hard at being a kayak bass fisherman, you can learn a lot from Jeremy Baker. That guy is a professional in every sense.
Man, I sure appreciate it. I just wish I could find a few more big ones, man. Everything I've got today is just tiny, but yeah, man, I've been at it all day. I hadn't stopped. Just one right after the other catching. And I mean, seriously, I've probably caught 40 fish today. And I think my biggest is, a mediocre at best fish. So,
Jeremy, that happens, man. I fished an event yesterday, and I can't control what bites.
Yeah, I know. It's frustrating because
I wasn't doing anything different than the guys that won the tournament. I just didn't get the bites. I mean, that's a true point. I mean, it just happens. Craig Knight says crank off the points about 10 feet. Craig ain't on your fishery, but he knows where they're at. So,
well, I was doing that earlier. I was cranking.
Yeah, sure.
I threw a lipless around. I mean, and they don't want anything moving fast. Like it's that little swim bait. I was just slow rolling it, just keeping contact with the bottom, and that's really the only thing I could get them to hit on the points. And they don't want anything moving, period. Like, spinner baits, jackhammers, you name it. They don't want it. They want something slow and just popping off the bottom. So that's what I've been giving them. And, man, I've been catching the crap out of them.
Man, that's a great point about, or I guess a tip, really, about the swim baits. For those of y'all that think you just throw a swim bait out and just reel it back as fast as you can in the boat, that's not the only way to work a swim bait. You can creep that thing on bottom, and man, you will get bites. I'm sure Derek does it with that big swim bait. What Jeremy's talking about, going off the point and just creeping that thing on bottom. I mean, you're barely turning the handle. In the wintertime, I love a 2.8 Kitech just crawling on bottom. You'll get some big bites. And the best part is, for those of y'all that jig fish, it feels like a jig bite. just kind of
Yeah,
loads
it
up.
does.
It's not like baseball.
You know, I had a couple of bites earlier today that I thought were probably a little bit bigger fish, but they weren't. These little fish, man, they're absolutely just smashing. I've probably been through 2 packs of crawls today. They're absolutely smashed. But the bigger fish
Wow.
are just, and it was my bigger fish of the day. I caught it, and he never hit it. He just picked it up and walked away with it. And luckily, when the wind's not blowing, you can see your line move a little better. You set the hook, and there it is. I think I missed one earlier today. And I don't know how big it was, but I saw my line moving, and I was in a kind of a bad position. The wind blew me around a little bit as I was trying to get my boat turned, and my line was going the other direction, or coming right at me when I got turned, and I couldn't reel up fast enough. And by the time I reeled up, it was gone.
Welcome back, Mark.
Thanks, boss. Sorry about this. I just had to kind of get a little bit of work done, and we've been broadcasting for these homies all daggum day.
I understand, man. I understand.
That's had a good fish.
No, don't tell us that now, Jason. You can say you had a fish.
How are we looking on time?
It is.
You got 1 minute,
29 your time, Derek.
So we got 30 minutes left.
We got an hour left.
Central Time has.
It's over at 4 or 4:30.
4:30.
Oh, okay. Cool.
An hour left. Derek's got 1 minute.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna go back to that other spot then.
Hey, Craig Knight, we appreciate that so much, man. Thank you for hanging in there and watching the show, man. Hey, you guys in the chat make the show so much more enjoyable, guys. I mean, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Jason Starley said he caught a 29-inch giant. He'll have to see it. No, I'm kidding. He said he got followed in by a water snake, and he is done for the day. He is done with that. Jason Campbell with a thumbs down emoji. Rob Richards says, congrats to all that fish. Always fun. Man, Rob, thank you for hanging out, man. I'm sorry you had to go up against Marcus. The absolute hammer. The hammer, man.
It can't be helped.
Can't be helped, though, man.
The hammer.
And, Rob, I appreciate the smack talk you're putting down. I love that. Love that. John Fox says, you guys are awesome. John Fox, man, you're awesome, dude. Put up a big on camera. You are great, talkative. Man, we love that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All of y'all are awesome.
All right, fellas, I'm signing off.
I mean, I try.
Derek Brundle, thank
All right,
you
yep,
so much.
that's
And all day long. Derek Brundle, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a wrap,
All
guys.
day.
So y'all thank all for all y'all hanging out with us. Derek, great job fishing today. Thanks for hanging out literally for 10 hours of broadcasting.
10 hours.
Appreciate that, homeboy. And y'all have a fantastic day. Good luck to the Central Time guys, and we'll hang out with you guys between 6 and 6:30 this evening.
See you guys.
KBBT, we out.